Welcome to Patty's Aquatics. So today what I'm going to do is give you another edition of my Dirted Filterless Fishroom vlogs, and what I'm going to do is update you on my summer tubs outside, some things that have happened and some upgrades I want to do, and then also want to move some fish around down here in my fisher. But to start off, let's head outside. Alright, so first and foremost, you may notice that these peace lilies, they are not doing good at all. That sun is really starting to scorch them and it's taking over, and I'm going to have to remove them soon. But I really like the effect of the water flow on those leaves. You know, those little guppies and everything like to hide underneath that. But what I want to talk about most is this tub up here. I had to die off of all the guppies that were in here. What happened is my drain, the bulkhead here, was still leaking a little bit. And what I wanted to do was seal it more. So I drained it down. I lifted the tub up and put a little brick under it so all the water would stay in the back, and the guppies would have been completely fine. But I had a few nights where the temperatures got down in the 40s, and I no longer had the heater water, the water from the heat down here, getting put up into this top tub. So it wasn't getting heat, and they wound up all dying. So what I did then is I put in my other tub that I have, that breeding project with the swordtail and the two platies, put them in here. And then the next morning I woke up, this tub was overflowing and this thing was half empty, and those fish were gone out of here and I couldn't find them anywhere. So I'm assuming they either came out of here and died. I don't see them in here, so I don't know whatever happened to them. So that's where I want to put some new fish in here today, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that downstairs. But that's that with this tub. That was very frustrating, but I think I have it handled and taken care of now. I haven't had an issue with the water levels at all since then, and I took that little pre-filter out of this overflow drain because that seemed to be an issue. It gets clogged and it restricted the water flow coming in, which wasn't a good thing. But the water is crystal clear now. It's hard to see because there's not much sun, but I did put the green killing machine in there to try to clear that up. It took about a week, but it did it. So now I'm going to put that thing on a timer to run maybe a few hours a day just to kind of keep up with it, especially once the actual heavy summer sun really sets in. Another thing I did notice, my Amazon sword, you see this? It's got a shoot coming up with new babies coming off, and the water level was lower earlier. So that almost looks like immersed growth on those new Amazon sword little babies here. And those I will plant somewhere in my fishery. Also, I don't know if you can see it, it's a lot of these plants here. I pulled these out of my yard. I don't know exactly what they are. I will do a plant finder and put the proper name of what it is up here. But I think it's like a creeping Charlie. I saw my buddy Chris Stubbs in one of his recent videos use it, and I put a bunch in here as well. I just think it's a pretty interesting idea to have that grow if it can grow under the water. And my idea is to kind of have it eventually drape over and come on down, and then this can kind of overtake everything. And also in here, what I'd like to do is find some native plants that are out in the wild. Now, I did contact my local Wisconsin DNR if anyone is asking, because I wanted to know, can I actually pull plants from a local body of water legally? And they told me technically you're supposed to have a permit to be able to pull plants to remove them, but since I'm only taking a few of them for like a aquarium or a pond like this, that it would not be an issue. So I wanted to dot my I's and cross my T's just to be safe. But that being said, let's go get some guppies and put them in this top pond. So the fish that I want to put in that top pond are all these mixed guppies here in my 10-gallon. So I'll net them out and put them in my container. All that's going to be left in here then is that one small angelfish, which I still got to find a home for, because what I want to do with this tank is create it just to be a shrimp tank. I have a bunch of cherry shrimp in here. My idea is kind of add some of my blue dream in with it. Just give it some time and see what happens. But that being said, let's get the guppies in here so I can get them outside. All right, so I got as many as I could. It's really hard to get them in there, so it will be a process over the next probably week or so of netting a few out of there here and there till I get them out of there completely. But I've got a good start, and then I also have a nice bucket full of a mixture of duckweed, guppy grass, and some hornwort, which I'm going to throw out in that big pond as well to help just kind of eat nutrients. So that being said, let's go outside and let's go at them. Well, also a side note, which I forgot to mention, is my daughter's beta that was in here, because you may notice his tank is different. It doesn't have the decorations anymore. Her beta passed away. At least we think he did, because it completely disappeared. Couldn't find it anywhere around the tank. No body inside. So it was kind of weird because I had seen it like a day or so before. So the shrimp and snails must have consumed it that fast. So she was upset and she wanted to have a little own container of her own for her next one. So I bought her another one and I put it in this gallon jar that I dirted and put some plants in and put her decorations in here. It was actually a really cool looking beta, but obviously we got it from the PetSmart. And, you know, in a matter of a couple days, it passed. I hope she doesn't watch this. I really didn't want to tell her that it passed, so I put these baby guppies in here and told her that they were babies that just happened to show up in the tank. So she's going with it for now, but I just didn't want to upset her anymore, and we just cannot buy those betas from that place anymore. It's really supporting them, which we shouldn't be doing. It's just you feel bad for them when you go in there that all these are dead or just look sickly, and you want to try to give them a better home, but you're really making it worse by buying them, in my opinion. So we'll go with these guys. She can watch them grow up and change colors and figure out what they are, and I think she'll get more out of that than that beta was. So anyway, so that's what's going on with that, in case you were wondering, not knowing what was going on with that 10-gallon tank and not having these decorations in there anymore. All right, so we're back outside with these guppies, and an Endler mixed in there too. That's fine. I want these to breed heavy. Now there is a possibility that those fry and fish could get sucked down to the big one. It's a little higher than normal, but it's just the way that it's going to be. I really think some of the big ones will stay in here and there shouldn't be issues. Just when the fry come, they might get sucked down in there more. Then also what I've got to put in here is a bucket full of guppy grass, hornwort, and duckweed that I used for trimming all my, when I cleaned up all my tanks downstairs. So I want to put this in the main pond just to help with the sunlight and just pulling nutrients out of the water. And the goldfish will eat the duckweed for sure too. And that will disperse through the tank and be snacks and hiding places for fry. Perfect. So like I said, those peace lilies look pretty bad, but I will be putting something else in there yet. And you may make a trip to my local nursery. I want to find some type of grass or something that can live in the water and put them propped up in the pond, possibly. Not 100% sure yet what I'm going to do, but their days are numbered, obviously. I would pull this one out of here already, but it has such long roots. The fry and fish absolutely love it, and they hide in there so much. I really don't want to take that away from them. So, all right, well, that's the update on the pond. Well, that was my update on my summer tub and everything that's been going on with it. Like I said, I will be adding still more of those guppies within that top pond that I pull out of that 10-gallon. It's going to be determined with that angelfish. I don't know where to put it exactly yet. I could put it in with my Oscar. I don't really want to. I could put it in my Fahaka puffer, but there's always a chance it could get killed. And I can't put it in any other aquarium down here in my fish room because they'll eat any potential fry or shrimp. And that's why I can't keep it in that 10-gallon as well, because it will eat any of the shrimplets, and plus that's just too small of a tank for it. So once I figure out what I'm going to do with that, I'll let you know. I'm also offering memberships to my channel. Now, it's been available for a few months now, but I really haven't been advertising it until recently. It's a part of my channel I'd really like to grow if there is interest. So make sure you hit that join button if you are interested. But now, side note, if you are an iPhone user like myself, there is no join button on YouTube that I can find on the app to be able to join people's channels. You have to go onto a computer or find the web browser version of it. So what I did was my channel description, my Patty's Aquatics channel description, I have a link down there along with all my social medias that brings you directly to a web browser version of YouTube so you can join. So if you're interested, make sure you hop on there. As this channel grows and this membership possibly grows, all the perks will grow with it, including giveaways and a bunch of other things that I have in mind. So that being said, also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, and if you are interested, please consider doing so. But make sure you hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of my upcoming projects. And always remember to think outside the box, take a step back into nature. Hope to see you next time here at Patty's Aquatics.